and welcome to today's video. We are going to be doing something a little different today. I don't tell myself no a lot. If I see makeup I want, I buy it. But sometimes there are palettes that call to me. I maybe go on the site, I add them to my cart, but then I walk away. And that's what we're going to talk about today. The 10 palettes that I almost purchased in 2021, but then didn't for whatever reason. And listen, y'all feel free to tell me, Heather, you should have bought this palette. It's amazing. I want to hear from y'all for sure. I know a lot of people right now are trying to buy less makeup, so maybe this will be like helpful to be like, this is what Heather said no to. I can say no to some things too. Or maybe you're like, you know what, I buy a ton of stuff and maybe there are some palettes I can skip out on. That's what I'm thinking, because last year for 2021, I ranked and reviewed over 60 palettes. That is a lot. But we're going to talk about 10 palettes that I said no to. 10 palettes that I anti-hauled. I do a series on my channel every single Sunday, Judging New Makeup, where we talk about, am I going to buy it? Am I not going to buy it? Some of these things I said like, oh yeah, I'm planning to buy that. And then I walked away. Some of these things I was interested in. So we're going to go through everything. And if you are new here, hey, my name is Heather and makeup makes me happy. Here at my channel, we don't try to be perfect. We just want to have a good time with our makeup, whatever that means. Shimmer, glitter, roasting eyeshadow palettes, we are here for it. So if that sounds good to you, I do hope that you will subscribe before you leave today, because I upload lots and lots of new videos every single week, usually 5, 6, sometimes 7 videos. So if you're looking for fun makeup content, this is the place to be. But I want to talk about 10 palettes I didn't buy, so let's jump into it. Okay, first up, let's talk about the ANASTASIA Beverly Hills Primrose palette. Looking at this palette, I was like, no, I don't need that. It's mostly matte shades. It's pretty neutral with like pinky tones, plummy tones, but I almost bought this so many times because it has been so long since ABH released an eyeshadow palette, and I was like, I should just buy this. I should buy this. I should test out the formula. Heather, you love the eyeshadow formula from ABH. Maybe you should just buy this. There's like face products in here. But I ultimately decided no, and really the face products turned me off. I ended up watching a few reviews. When I am contemplating buying makeup, a lot of times I will not watch reviews because I don't want my thoughts and opinions to be clouded if I'm giving a review. So finally I was like, you know what, I don't know if I'm going to buy this. I didn't buy it when it was first launched, but I still kind of want it for my collection. And I saw some reviews that were so-so, and I just ultimately decided to pass on it, and I'm really happy with that decision, but you'll have to let me know if you have it and love it. Okay, let's talk about this palette from Viseart. I'm not going to try to say it because I'm pretty sure it's French. I don't want to butcher the language. Everything I talk about today will be listed down below, but this Viseart palette is really pretty, and I have been wanting to try Viseart eyeshadows. Everybody I know that has tried Viseart really likes their quality, but they don't always put out color stories that call to me. But this one, with those jewel tones, they look so saturated and beautiful. And I'm not going to lie, I still kind of want this. But I'm going to pass on it. I'm going to wait to see what else Viseart releases, because I liked so many of the shades in that palette, but there was still just something lacking that didn't make me fall in love with it when I saw it. So I'm going to stay strong, keep passing on that one, but man, those shades look really pretty, especially that orange. Okay, let's talk about a couple of Urban Decay palettes that I almost bought but then didn't. The first one being the Naked Cyber. I saw the Naked Cyber and I was like, wow, what is this going to be? Is this going to be all duochromes? Is this going to be like indie eyeshadows available to the mainstream? And man, I'm so glad I didn't buy it. I had kind of talked myself out of it because it looked very light, and I don't know that I have the confidence that Urban Decay could pull off those shades. And then we saw the swatches and stuff, and I was just so underwhelmed. But part of me was still like, oh, Heather, Urban Decay is doing duochromes. Should you just buy this? I haven't bought a Naked palette in so long. I didn't buy the Naked Cowboy Wild West palette. I didn't buy the Naked Honey. I didn't buy the Naked Purple Ultraviolet. I didn't buy that one. Like, I've passed on so many. Oh, the Naked, the Reloaded, the one that looked like the Sultry palette from ABH. I didn't buy that one. So I was like, maybe you should buy the Cyber, but I didn't. And that was in so many people's like worst of the year video. Like, I did a video, worst makeup of 2021. So many other people did, and I feel like I consistently saw the Urban Decay Cyber Naked palette there, and so I'm really happy I showed some restraint and didn't buy it. Also from Urban Decay, I almost bought their Marvel palette, the one with the Eternals. And listen, nothing to do with the makeup. The Eternals movie was so good. Oh my gosh, I really, really, really enjoyed that movie. Me and Jackson went to see it, and it was just so good. I loved it. But aside from that, let's just talk about the makeup. The packaging brought me old school Urban Decay vibes. It looked just like the packaging from my Alice Through the Looking Glass palette, you know, the way it opened, and I was like, oh, the packaging is so cool. I kind of want this. Bring back those Urban Decay makeup memories. But I'm glad I passed on it because the color story inside was not super duper exciting to me. It was a little plain, and again, I'm like, do I need to add this Urban Decay palette into my collection? No, I do not. Even though the packaging is cool, I don't love the Eternals so much that I would buy it for merch. You know what I mean? Like the Pat McGrath Bridgerton collection, I'm buying that no matter what. I love me some Bridgerton. So the Eternals, I kind of passed on. It's actually on sale, I think, for half off. And the Cyber one too, at the time that I'm filming this. And even though both of those palettes are on a deep discount, I'm going to pass. Okay, maybe one that most of y'all expected me to buy, and I got so many comments about BH Cosmetics, the Lit List palette, telling me to buy it, telling me to review it, and I resisted. I did not buy it. I thought about it many times, and it got amazing reviews, but I decided to pass on it. I'm still even contemplating now, like, Heather, are you going to regret this when it sells out? I think it's on sale for like $14. Maybe I should buy this. It got amazing reviews. But for now, I'm passing on it. I have the Naughty palette from 2019. No, not 2019, 2020. And I really love that palette. I have a lot of BH palettes, and I think I'm going to wait. I'm going to see what they release this year. We've seen some kind of sneak peeks from BH Germany on what's coming out this month. So even though I love BH Cosmetics, and I still think about this palette from time to time, right now, and when it came out, I have resisted, but I have to say, of all the palettes I'm going to talk about, that one's probably the one that was the closest to buying. Okay, let's talk about this Beauty Bay collab palette that they did with AO. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing their name correctly, so please forgive me if not. I will have it correctly spelled out in the description box for y'all. But I did not buy this palette because it sold out before I could. It sold out so quick on Beauty Bay because looking at those bright colors, I'm like, yup, I really like the Beauty Bay formula. So I was like, I could use some of those beautiful bright colors in the Beauty Bay formula in my collection. And it sold out, and I was like, oh dang, I missed it. And then I didn't think about it again. So I would have bought it if it had been in stock. And then by the time it came back in stock and I saw the notification that it was back in stock, I was like, you know what? I can pass on it. I can comfortably pass on it. I got a lot of new Beauty Bay palettes in my collection last year, and while I think this one is so beautiful, I feel like I didn't need it. You know, does one need makeup? No, but I love it. It is kind of a need for me, I'm not gonna lie. I love makeup. I love playing with makeup, but I did decide to pass on this one. Not initially. Initially, I just couldn't buy it because I wasn't able to. But second time around, I said no. Let's talk about a couple of Colourpop palettes I passed on. The first one being the Limoncello palette from Colourpop. This looks beautiful. And I almost bought it at first, but then I was like, you know what, just pause. Look at the palette, Heather. Look at the palette. The shades I'm most attracted to are the yellow and the blue, but mostly it's a neutral palette, which, listen, I love a half neutral, half colorful palette. I'm wearing Blend Bunny the Dollhouse today and loving this. Also, this look I did film. It's the last video, I think, so check it out if you're curious. But I decided to pass on Limoncello, and then it went on sale. It went on sale for like half price, or maybe even more than half price, and I still said no. And I'm proud of myself. This palette, I feel like, got so many mixed reviews, and I feel like overall what I heard from people was, this is a great palette for the price. It's a great palette for the price. I love makeup. I want my makeup to be great, whether it is a $120 palette or a $5 palette. I want it to be great. I don't want it to be great because it's, you know, a Colourpop palette. And I really like Colourpop shadows, but I'm glad I passed on this because I have a lot of Colourpop palettes. I actually ranked them during Vlogmas. I have a lot of great Colourpop palettes, and I'm glad I said no to that one because, again, it just, like, I saw it on sale, I thought about it, I put it in my cart, I stepped away, and I haven't wanted it since. The other one from Colourpop that I can't promise you I won't buy in the future, but I'm really trying not to, is the Quartz palette, because it looks like it would be the perfect palette for somebody who wants the Natasha Denona Glam palette vibes, but doesn't want to pay the Natasha Denona price. It looks like it's a pretty curation of a 9-pan cool toned palette. I think the packaging was so pretty, the marketing was so pretty, the shades look so pretty. The more I think about it, the more I want to buy it because I want to test it out, and I don't feel like I have those shades in a Colourpop palette. The closest I maybe have is probably my Nightmare Before Christmas. It has some of those cool tones, but part of me wants this Quartz palette. Let me know. Should I buy this one? What's the point of me doing this video? To say I almost bought it, but I didn't, and I'm gonna stay strong and not buy it. I also did not buy the e.l.f. Chipotle palette. I do not like Chipotle. Don't cancel me. It's not that I don't like Chipotle. If a friend wants to go there, sure, I'll go there with you. It's fine. You want to order food from there? It's fine. It's just not my preference. Like, I live in a place where there's lots of Mexican restaurants around here, and I can get good Mexican food. Not Chipotle. No hate on Chipotle. This color story, I was like, ooh, warm browns, greens. Do I need that? I thought about it. But it was limited edition, and I was like, if I love it, then I can't tell anybody about it. I kind of already have those shades in my BH Avocado Toast palette, which is 12 out of 10 amazing, so I decided to pass, and I'm glad I did. Last up is the Lorac FAIRYTALE Forest palette. Dark tones, shimmery shades, beautiful colors. Almost bought this. It went on sale. I was like, oh, it's on sale, I'm gonna grab it. Like, I have to grab it. It's on sale. It was like half off. It's beautiful. I waited and then it sold out, so my decision was kind of made for me, but please let me know if you got that palette because, ooh, part of me still thinks about those dark shimmers and those tones, but overall, I felt like I didn't need it, so I decided to pass on it. Even that, like, look at those shades. Look at the shades. They're so pretty. Thank y'all so much for watching. I hope you had fun watching this video. If I mentioned some of the palettes that you absolutely love, definitely tell me in the comments. I would love to know if I'm totally missing out. Thank you again for watching. I will see you very soon in another video. Bye!